gentlemen, thank you for joining us again. We're K-Stop Collective. As usual, I'm Cornell.
I'm Cody.
And today we're going to be reviewing episode 3 of Kiznaiver. Depending on how you look at it, you can get through anything.
Yet another title that doesn't have, nobody says it, it's just random. Another title has nothing to do with
it.
It's
in the preview of last episode, and it's never said in the episode that's previewed for. But anyway, we have laughs, we have important plot points, we have a great climax, no pun intended, and we will find out our last member of the group. So let's get into it.
We start off with where we left off in the last episode with Mika confessing that she murdered someone, immediately reprimands that, saying she's just kidding, like, don't you understand how this game works? Looking back on it, she wound up not confessing anything at all yet, and
completely ignored
Sonozaki just let him do whatever. So that's a bit strange to me. Anyway, we cut to Agata's apartment and find out that Tengu decides to just live with Agata. Tengu, I guess, because he's not I think of a demon. Tenga decides to live with Agata, and then we also find out that Chidori lives right next to his apartment, which...
It's a steamy situation.
Yeah, Tenga just finds that amazing. So Tenga, filled with excitement, just brimming with energy as always, decides to jump balconies, and of course, he fudges it, man. So he fudges it and he falls. Everybody feels that pain. We then see their Kiznaiver drives then activate and shows, I think it said D2. Now, what we learned that D2 means is that you can tell who that pain is being inflicted on. It's still going to affect everyone, but it tells you who's getting hurt. And what D means, that's a God's natural enemy type stuff right there. D, damage. Oh yeah, they found out they think it means damage. And that's what the D stands for.
As far as story goes, you find out that residual pain and initial pain is a thing. You know, they all feel their initial pain, but the only person that caused the pain feels the residual pain. And at some point in the story, they feel pain and they try to, that's the thing, if they're not together, they will try to figure out who it is. But when they felt it, D7 didn't pop up on their wrist till it was on the roof, and that's when they figured out that there's another Kiznaiver, and then Sonozaki from wherever the hell she's headed to is like, yeah, that's your second mission, finding the 7th Kiznaiver.
Sonozaki keeps saying some real ominous shit.
The summer of youth.
My
you have
God.
to survive the
yeah,
summer.
that was their final mission.
They're going to close down the city and they're going to go to war.
And Cornell's like, man, nothing's going to happen. It's like, no, you don't say summer of youth and survive summer because they have a week to go for nothing, man.
I think they're about to fight to the death.
They're going to fight to the death, bruh. Something's going to happen. It's going to be awesome. I don't know what, but it's going to be awesome. They're going to end up in space.
So, episode 12 for space. Let's get it. Anyway, now we're on the search for our 7th Kiznaiver. They're going around slapping each other up, just looking for anybody. They figure we are in the same class, so it has to be somebody in our class. And once they go through everybody, also, it was never stated if they were allowed to talk about it, because you see Tenga questioning people, are like, are you a Kiznaiver?
Yeah,
and
being real open about their shit right now.
And then they say, we
thankfully, Mika and Chidori were right there, like, are you really that loose-lipped about it?
They say, man, we didn't even ask Sonozaki if we was allowed to talk about it. But anyway, who knows? You know, obviously, it's a town-wide thing. The mayor knows. I mean, citizens don't know about it,
yeah,
but officials.
He's a part of the big.
Yeah, officials know about it, and the teachers know about it. So
now that you say that, since the mayor does know it, and I feel like them mentioning how long it takes them to get to the middle of the town, first episode, like it might be they emphasize on the city so much that I think that's gonna be a bigger part of it sooner or later. They really do emphasize on the city itself and that weird crisscross bridge that they have and whatnot. But anyway, continuing on to the story, Tenga, being the natural genius that he is, starts punching the shit out of Yuta everywhere they go. Yuta starts getting bruised and battered, and Tenga has him by the collar everywhere. And it's just not working so far. So they found out that there was a student that never attended their class, actually. He actually wound up failing, like, immediately. He just never attended class. They trace him back to his little apartment, and they have nothing but mail, letters stuffed in the mail, junk on the outside, and they find out that his name is, oh man, what was his name? Hisomu. So with that said, they start hitting each other again, and then they hear a little inkling of pain, a little yell in the background, and then Hisomu's already jumping out the back of his apartment, and then that's when they leave chase. Man, they go all over the place, man, and they're just punching each other, looking for Hisomu, keep getting these reactions until they finally find him, and then they lose him.
They get oddly used to this thing, actually, with all the hitting each other and shit.
I'm guessing as divided as it is, I mean, it can't be as bad as we think, but sometimes, I mean, just with random amounts of pain, they all like keel over and stuff, so that's pretty interesting as well.
So they start chasing this dude around. They get to the market. Chidori's like, hit me. And Nico's like, yeah, me next. This whole neighborhood watch jumps in and like, hey, you about to hit this girl? And then she's like, nah, it's not just me that's gonna feel the pain, it's also him. And they start freaking out like, shit, Shorty has this brainwashed feeling about abuse.
She's already used to domestic violence, they said.
And then you see Agata leave the room, and well, he leaves the market, and he chases after Hisomu on his own, and they're on this little bridge, just this real common bridge that you always see in anime. It's just, I don't know if that's like a specific bridge or just how all bridges look. But they're on top of there, and they're like, and he's like, let me help you, like you're one of us, you know, because Agata is trying to make these connections. You know, he's really into this Kiznaiver thing because he thinks that's going to help him be the person that he wants to be.
Yeah, he's striving to actually get to know himself better and other people along with it.
And someone's like, you want to help me? Die, motherfucker. But seriously, like for a shut-in, he's really strong because he was like pulling him up over the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
And then everybody runs up to the bridge and is like, hey, you have to stop hurting yourself because you hurting us too. And the Tenga says it's funny ass shit. Like, your body doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to us.
Your body's mine now.
It's mine.
And they're like, that's not quite right. Anyway, what's the transition between that?
Hisomu has no interest in, you know, being a part of the group whatsoever. He walks off. And Tenga decides, you know, I don't know for what made him want to jump off, but Agata decides to do it. And he hits the top of the truck.
Oh man, he hits the shit out of that thing.
Then falls in the back of somebody's car.
And then Agata, being the person that he is, he's like, hey, is everyone okay? And people just freaked out at his face. So we see everyone share that pain equally, of course. And then we turn to Hisomu. And they don't know why he's keeled over like Agata and nobody else is, and then we find out the revelation. Hisomu is a masochist. He loves the pain, man. He was having a real good time in that little pain zone he was in.
His Kiznaiver, like the usual confetti that pops out, that was an orgasm.
It was very orgasmic this time around.
Because his did too much.
Oh,
it was too much. It kept doing.
He was drooling. He was drooling, definitely.
And yeah, I mean, if you didn't see that coming, I'm sorry, guys. it was obvious. But anyway, and then we get to our ending with Sonozaki, and she's having a meeting. And she's naming them all, you know, their 7 deadly sins. You have your imbecile, your cunning normal, your annoyingly self-righteous, your high and mighty, your eccentric head case, your muscle head thug, and your immoral.
So she recaps all this stuff once again.
We'll probably never mention that ever again.
I think we're going to hear it quite a few more
times. Oh, we're going to hear it. We're not going to mention it again.
Yeah, dude.
And yeah, that's it. We are looking for the light in the darkness, according to her.
Yeah, she makes, oh man, Sonozaki with the revelations all the time, man. So the power of Kizuna is light, and if you notice that their little Kizuna drive, I mean, yeah, it's made of light when they do stuff. When they complete a mission, the light comes right out. So they gonna be light warriors, dog. I'm telling you, they're gonna Kizuna, Henshin, and it's gonna go fucking ham. If not, we're gonna learn some real deep feelings, and we gonna.
That's it.
It's one or the other.
So 3 episodes in, we're still exploring the psychological aspects of the Kiznaiver drive, and
Very character oriented so far. Real funny episode. Probably the funniest so far, I'd say, by far. And it's just real character driven so far. There's next to no action. I mean, it's still a great art style. The intro always gets me. It's fun to watch. But we're waiting to see this all tie together into something more seamless and symmetrical with what they're trying to get done. She warned them that there would be the summer of youth and that they would have to survive it. That tells us nothing. It's nothing but setup so far for what I think is going to be the bigger picture. But it's interesting so far. I just can't wait for it to develop even more. So I guess that's the point of the whole thing. It makes me want more, and it's doing.
You want to know? Shit. God.
That's such an interesting dynamic, though, to have one person that enjoys the pain that everyone else is kind of dreading. I like that. So, like I said, character driven. It's just such an interesting. All these dynamics are so crazy. Sonozaki is just blowing my mind with revelations lately, and we just can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah. That's it for this episode, guys. Comment, like, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Those are in the description. And have a nice day.
Let it go.